911, where's on
The Call is a suspense thriller that came out earlier this year starring Halle Berry as Jordan, a 911 operator. And this movie really does take you inside the world of 911 operators. This is a woman who receives a call from a girl who has an intruder in her house who, wouldn't you know it, gets abducted. Jordan fails at her task of trying to save this girl, and it haunts her. Cut to 6 months later, wouldn't you know it, she gets another distress call.
Please, I don't want to die.
And so begins a cat and mouse game of 911 operator trying to locate a girl in a moving car. Very thrilling, very suspenseful, very Halle Berry-ish. Ben, what did you think of The Call?
The whole time with The Call, I went back and forth because there are times where the premise of a rapist, murderer, kidnapping teenage girls, it's heavy and it's scary, and there is inherent suspense there that you can't deny when you're watching the movie and this girl is being placed in this trunk and you fear for her.
Yeah, you
and
really
the guy they have playing the villain, I think they did a good job there of going with someone you haven't seen before, you don't really recognize him. He's a creepy actor.
Last morning.
No, please.
Creepy dude.
He's a creepy dude. He looks like meth head Bryan Cranston. So I was on board with that. That said, though, this is still a Halle Berry joint, and I like her, but this movie just goes into such stupid territory at times that I just can't recover.
Yeah, but we know that already.
I will say that structurally, the first 60 minutes of this movie are really well done. Very thrilling, very suspenseful. Where I hit some issues, like you, had to do more with dialogue being very cheesy, very contrived. I felt like at times I was watching NCIS or crime scene investigation. Like it had a little bit of a TV procedural vibe that didn't quite cut the mustard for a cinematic experience.
And bad things can happen, but it doesn't mean that that's your fault.
If you ever stop and think about it, you're like, wow, it would be so intense to be a 911 operator, and it does happen. They say the statistic in one of the special features that it is predominantly a female profession. I think that that has large to do with a female voice is probably more soothing.
Casey, I'm right here, baby. I'm right here. What happened, honey? Are you hurt?
The special features also, you get to spend some time with Brad Anderson, who directed the movie. I think Brad Anderson is a good director. I think he makes bad choices sometimes. I think this was a good vehicle for him. I think he did a good job with it. My problem with it is that it just, when it gets dumb, I couldn't recover.
You're just an operator. You can't do this. You can't.
It's already done.
What?
What are you gonna give The Call?
I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
It's a 4.5 for me.